Okay, so now that first video is published for Entering the Real World, part 1, let's go to part 2. Now, here's the thing, and I was in the same place before as you younger kids that are teenagers, later on high school, whatever, is that you're scared of entering the real world and you don't know what you want to do with your life. Let me tell you something. For most of you, unless you've had this skill or talent that you've had forever, and you've really made something out of yourself, like I remember this one kid, like this teenager who sells sneakers to DJ Khaled and P. Diddy and all these other guys. He's got it made at an early age, and lucky for him, but for most of us, that's just not the case. You know, I really didn't know what I wanted to do as far as coming to the conclusion that I believe that working on cars is my best option until just recently. And this is after working for my dad and his BMW mechanic shop for 6 years. Well, that's the thing. Let me just get to the chase. Is that for your youth, it's an opportunity for you to explore and to be able to discover yourself. All right? You don't want to waste it on just basically having this idea that, oh, I don't have everything figured out, what am I going to do, my life is over, whatever. I can see why a lot of young people commit suicide in this regard, because they have this idea that there's this expectation that, oh, I'm 18, I'm 21, I should know what I want to do with my life by now. Let me tell you something. You won't know what you want to do for a while or what it is that works in life. One of the great truths in life my dad said that applies universally across all boards, not just culture or whoever you are, is this: you really won't know anything until you turn 40. You know, for us young people, especially you kids that are in high school, you're still kids. And even for when you're in your late teens, early 20s or so, we still got a lot of growing up to do. But that's the beauty of it, is that it's an opportunity of our youth, and even just our life in general, to continue to grow and explore. And as long as you take time to invest in yourself and figuring out what it is you want to do and get into, then that's okay. So I got a list of things that you could possibly do. So as far as exploring the direction you want to go to in your life, here's some things you can do. Get rid of the idea, as I said, first of all, that you need to have things figured out now. No. See, we were sheltered in school, and when we were kids, we were sheltered by our parents, and we were sheltered from responsibility. And we won't see how the world really is or discover more of what we really are unless we're pushed out there and we gotta swim on our own. We gotta walk on our own 2 feet, okay? And it's gonna be a little further along down the road that we have things figured out, okay? So just understand, first of all, it's a journey that, who knows? You might actually figure out what you want to do within a few years, or maybe 10 or 15 years. But you just got to keep exploring, looking around. How you can do that is this. There's a lot of you young kids that want to go to college. But I must say this. College is not the same as it used to be as far as opportunity. There's a lot of kids who are recently graduating, and they have bachelor's degrees and master's degrees in various subjects. And if you are not doing something that's outside of STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, medicine, or becoming a lawyer or an accountant, chances are you're not going to find a job in the real world. You're going to end up going ahead and working in JCPenney or working at Starbucks or working at Applebee's in a regular job you could have gotten straight out of high school. And you're thinking, why do I have a college degree and I can't find a good job? Well, your degree is not very much in demand. There's only so many job positions out there that require a certain degree. And if everyone is basically going for it, the same degree as you, it's going to be tough to find the job that you want. That's why a lot of the degrees in science, technology, engineering, medicine, and what I stated before, is in so demand. These are important subjects that are vital to our society. We need scientists. We need experts in technology. We need experts in engineering. We need experts in medicine. But in psychology and liberal arts, art history, there's nothing of concrete value in the real world for that. So you gotta get that through your head, is that you want to find something that actually has value in the real world. Like, I work on cars with my dad, his BMW shop. That's a skill. That's a real world skill. That's something you can make money on. And when you perfect that skill, and you're one of the best at what you do, and what the very few what you do, as my dad said, then you really become successful. Now, if you don't really know what you want to do as far as school or education, there are two options I would suggest. Is that what you can do is you can go ahead, and if you still want the college experience, but have it more affordable, because university can cost tens of thousands of dollars per semester, or even more, is that, and I don't know personally because I didn't go to university, but I've known people who have gone and how expensive it can be. But you can just go to community college. Community college is given a bad rep because, as one of my favorite comedians, Chris Rock, said, it's a disco with books. But I've been to community college for 4 years at College of the Desert. I've had some great professors there. I had some real good times there. And it's really opened my world into helping discover more of myself. Not necessarily as far as what I want to do, because I reverted back to what I was doing all this time, working on cars. But you get to see what else is out there. Meet all different types of people. And it can really expand your horizons on things as far as what you can get into. And it's cheap. Community college semesters, depending on where you're at, could cost you hundreds of dollars per semester rather than tens of thousands of dollars. And the good news of it is that if you go for an education plan which works towards a major degree, you can use your education you get at community college and get an associate's degree, and then you can transfer on over to a university to get your bachelor's and your master's degree, and you'll save a ton of money. Now, as I said before, go for something that's realistic and in demand. Research on, at least the next step, research on a bunch of different careers or jobs you want to get into. Make a list on a piece of paper, a journal like this, and then just research what you can. Go to the library and research on all types of careers you want to do. You want to become a doctor, you want to become a lawyer, you want to become a cook. Figure out what you have to do. What is the certifications or education you need? How much is it going to cost to acquire all those certifications and education? How long it's going to take? And then just see what you can do to get into it. You don't have to really go to college for this. Before you go to college, I would suggest that you research this out in the library, or better yet, online. There are plenty of reputable websites online that can give you all types of information in different career fields that are mainly within the .gov and .org sort of area. Stay away from .com. .com websites, they're not trustworthy very much. Anyone can make a .com, but .org and .gov is definitely something to go for. Research on the Bureau of Labor Statistics, for example. That gives you the demand and wages, minimum wages, median wages, maximum wages, and the payment of different jobs, various jobs in our country. Now, if you want to get more intimate with what you want to do, you can go ahead and go as far, let me see what I got on the list, and ask interview people that are doing something that you want to do. If you want to become like an electrician, for example, find someone maybe in your family or go through a phone book. Go ahead and call them up and say, hey, I like what you want to do for a living. I'm interested in wanting to become one. Is it possible that you'd be able to spare some time in which I can do a professional interview with you and figure out if it's something I'd like to do or not? And there's some guys that are courteous enough to take time out of their schedule in order to give you their input and ask them questions. And you can go and ask them questions such as, why do you do this for a living? What are the pros and cons? And if you could do it all over again, would you choose the same career? And etc., etc., etc. Now here's another thing, is that if you go ahead and ask someone who's in a career or a job that you're interested in, here's another plus. They might give you a job opportunity or a work opportunity in which you basically work for them for free and say, hey, if you really want to do this, here's what I can do. I can have you do work around here in the office or maybe on the job field out there where I'm actually doing my work, and you can go ahead and help me out with things and see how you like it. Or I'll give you a job and see how you like it and see where it goes from there, because I see potential in you that you would be a good protege or apprentice for me. That's a great thing that you can do. See, I apprenticed myself with my dad at his BMW shop. I didn't ask for it at first. It was just, I graduated from high school. I was inside the house, just cleaning things up, not doing anything. And then he said, you're gonna work for me. And I thought, okay, we'll see how it goes. And it was a great opportunity. And that's a suggestion for any of you people to do, you young kids. You know, it might be tough that you are so uncertain with where you want to go in life, but it's all about putting yourself out there. It's all about taking advantage of all this time you have left. It would be different if you're 50 or 60 years old and you still don't know what you want to do. You're really wasting an opportunity of your life at that point if you're in that position. But I'm going to leave you all with this. As I learned from a movie, I don't remember what the movie was, but it's a great quote. It's a journey, not the destination, that counts. Catch y'all next time. Bye-bye.